Okay, so I'm going to be going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette today. So first, I'm just going to go in with my Sigma E25 blending brush, and I'm taking the shade Sienna right here. I'm just going to apply this like right in my crease. Using this technique, your eyeshadow always looks like a complete mess until you have it all blended out. So it's going to look like a mess in the beginning, but just stick with it. Promise it will turn out good in the end. Okay, so now once most of the product is off of my brush, I'm just going to go in and just very gently blend out these edges so that it's easier to blend into my next shade. And you want to use very light touch while you're doing this, just so that you don't really mess up and bring the shadow up to your brow right here. And then I'm just going back in with the shade Sienna, and I'm just deepening this crease up to whatever depth I want it to be. You don't have to make it this deep, you can make it super natural. I personally like this to be a little bit deeper, just because I feel like it just complements my eye better, but you can do whatever you want. I'm just using very light circular motions just to blend this out. Okay, so now that I'm done blending out Sienna, I'm just going to take my Sigma E35 blending brush, and I'm going to take burnt orange right here. Okay, and so with this shade, what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be blending out these edges just a little bit more to get more of that gradient effect. And I'm just tapping. Okay, so now I'm just taking the same brush, which is my Sigma E35, and I'm just dipping it into the shade Orange Soda. I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna blend the edge of burnt orange and just make sure it's just nice and just effortless. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to dip into tempera, and I'm just using like the corner of my brush, kind of, just barely tapping it, just to blend my brow bone because I don't want any harsh lines. Okay, so now I have Sienna deepened up the way I want it. I have all my shades nicely blended and everything. So now I'm just going to add a little bit more depth into my crease, and how I'm going to do that, so I'm going to use my Sigma E45 brush, and I'm just going to mix the shades Mulberry and Sienna together. I'm just applying that in my crease. I'm not going to bring it up as high as I did Sienna, but I am going to bring it up a little bit just to make sure it's nicely blended. And to blend this out, I'm just using windshield wiper and circular motions, just because I feel like this is the best way to get this blended. And I'm not tilting my brush upwards like this, because then it's going to bring the dark shades that I just used up a lot, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm just slightly tipping my brush down, just so that I have a lot of control, and if anything, it blends down onto the lid, which is totally fine, so we're going to be covering that up. And just get this to the depth that you want it to be. Okay, so now just to really blend the edges out, I'm just going to take my Sigma E25 brush with no additional product, and I'm just very, very gently using circular motions, and I'm just blending this upwards just a little bit to make sure it's just nice and effortlessly blended. So I'm just taking my Segment 36, and I'm just going to dip into Mulberry, and then I'm going to take just a little, just like the slightest bit of Cypress Umber with that. I'm going to tap it off, and I'm just going to apply this like really low in the crease. Okay, so now that it's all nice and blended out, I'm just going to be cutting my crease. And to do that, I'm going to be using my MaryKay Perfecting Concealer in the shade Light Ivory. And I'm just going to be using my MaryKay Eye Smudger brush. Okay, so I just finished cutting my crease. I did blend it out, and what I did is I just tapped these edges with my finger, and that just really helps blend out that concealer into everything else. So I'm going to take my Sigma E35, and first I'm just mixing orange soda and burnt orange together, and I'm just going to blend out the inner and outer corner. Just finished with that first shade. I just like to go in with my E25, and I'm dipping into the shade Sienna, and then I just go in with very, very light-handed, and I just blend out the edge. Okay, so now I'm switching to my Sigma E45 brush, and I'm just going to dip into the shade Mulberry. So now I'm taking my Segment E36, and this is going to be our deepest shade, so you do not have to apply this in the inner corner if you do not want to. If you prefer a lighter inner corner, then just apply this on the outer corner. But I'm going to apply it in the inner and the outer, just because I like them to be even, but you do not have to have it like this if you don't want to. So I'm just going to take Cypress Umber. Okay, so now I'm just going to apply the shimmer shade on the concealer, and to do that I'm going to use my Urban Decay Naked 2 double-ended brush. I'm going to be using this flat synthetic side. It's perfect for applying a shimmer shade to the eyelid. So now for the shimmer shade, I'm going to be using the shade Bronze right here. And I'm just going to spray my brush using my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And then I'm just going to press this on. I'm not going to swipe or anything right now, just because I don't want to disrupt the concealer and mess it up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply my Tarte Chrome Paint Pot in this shade Parkaf Princess. This is a beautiful, beautiful pressed pigment. I love this shade. It is super, super pigmented, and it just goes perfect with this look, and it's super, super metallic, dry. Like, that was a dry swatch I just did, and that was super metallic, and I just barely touched my finger into the pot. And to do this, I'm going to take my Sigma E20, I'm going to take it dry, and then I'm just dipping, I'm just like barely tapping my brush in. I'm just going to do one little spritz with my setting spray, and I'm just going to tap this like in the center and just blend it out. Okay, so that looks absolutely gorgeous. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe off this brush. I'm going to dip into Glistening, which is this beautiful shade right here. And I'm just going to tap that right in the center to get this a really nice highlight. Okay, so now that I have that on, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply some eyeliner. And just a super thin line, because I don't want to take away from the look at all. A Maybelline New York Eye Studio Gel Eyeliner in the shade Noir or Blackest Black. Either one works. And I'm just going to use my brush, which is my thin eyeliner brush. It already has eyeliner on it, so it's kind of dirty, but it's my Sigma E10. And I use this pretty much every day for my eyeliner. And I just like to do a nice line on my lash line. And okay, so now for my highlight today, I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Sugar Glow Kit. I'm going to be mixing the two highlight shades Marshmallow and Butterscotch. I'm going to be applying these to my brow bone and my inner corner using my Sigma E30 brush. I'm just applying it right up on my brow bone. I'm not applying this like all the way down to my shadow because I don't want to create harsh line, and I just feel like it looks way better when you just have a nice little highlight instead of like a really huge, kind of like thick highlight. Taking a little bit of Marshmallow, and I'm just tapping this to the center of my eye, and this just really brings like a focal point to the lid. I'm just applying this to my inner corner, and then I'm just tapping off my excess and blending that so that it's not just this harsh highlight. And now I'm just going to do my mascara, and for my mascara I like to use my TooFaced Better Than Sex mascara. It is my favorite mascara of all time, and I'm just going to do that on my eyelids, put it on my eyelashes real fast. This is one eye all complete. So I'll be right back with my other eye finished, because this took me 45 minutes to do. It always takes me way longer when I like talk through and do and say what I'm doing. So I'll be right back with this eye all complete. Okay guys, so this is the finished look right here. I'm really happy with how it came out. I love the shades. I love how everything just is like very cohesive and it goes together very nicely. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe down below. I'm starting to post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All the links to everything that I used on my eyes and my face will be in the description down below. So yeah, if you guys want to see anything specific, please don't forget to comment down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!